Life is like the flow of a river, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent. We constantly stand on its banks, trying to judge every event, labeling one as good and another as bad. An unexpected success, we call it good luck. An unforeseen loss, we call it bad luck. But do we truly see the bigger picture of the future? Today we will hear an ancient Taoist parable, the story of a simple farmer whose wisdom surpassed that of an emperor. This story is for anyone who feels lost at the unexpected turns of life, and for those who bind themselves in the narrow definitions of good and bad. Many years ago, in a remote Chinese village, an old farmer lived with his only son, Jun. They were not wealthy, but their life was peaceful and content. Their only possession of great value was a few acres of farmland and a beautiful, strong horse. This horse was Jun's dearest friend. It was not only beautiful to look at, but also incredibly skilled in its work. Everyone in the village admired the horse and considered the farmer to be a very lucky man. One morning, Jun woke up to find the stable empty. His beloved horse had run away. He ran to his father, his eyes filled with tears. "Father, we are ruined. Our horse is gone. What will we do now?" The news spread quickly throughout the village. The neighbors all rushed to the farmer's house to offer their condolences. They said, "Oh, what terrible misfortune! Your only prized possession is lost. This is such bad luck. You must be devastated." The old farmer stroked his worried son's head, looked at his neighbors, and replied very calmly, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" The neighbors were baffled. They thought that grief had perhaps made the old man lose his mind. A few weeks later, one evening, the villagers were amazed to see the farmer's lost horse returning. But it was not alone. It had returned with a herd of about 20 wild, powerful horses. The farmer's stable was now filled with the finest horses. Jun was overjoyed. The neighbors rushed to his house again, this time to congratulate him. They exclaimed, "What incredible fortune! Instead of one horse, you now own 20. God has repaid you for your loss." The old farmer observed their excitement and replied with the same tranquil expression, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" The neighbors were puzzled once again, but they assumed the old man was just being modest. A few days after that, the farmer's son, Jun, was trying to tame one of the wild horses. He was a skilled rider and was thrilled with this new challenge. Suddenly, a spirited horse threw him off its back, and he fell, breaking his leg badly. The village doctor came and said the injury was very serious. Jun might never be able to work in the fields with his father or ride a horse ever again. Lying in his bed, groaning in pain, Jun told his father, "Father, you were right. These horses brought us misfortune. All my dreams are shattered." The neighbors rushed over again, their faces filled with deep sorrow and sympathy. They said, "Oh, what a terrible tragedy. Your only son is now crippled." The old farmer looked at his son's broken leg. He sighed and replied in that same unwavering tone, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" This time, the neighbors grew angry. They thought the old man had no feelings at all. A few months later, war broke out in the country. The emperor decreed that all able-bodied young men must be conscripted into the army. The king's soldiers went from village to village, forcefully taking all the healthy young men to fight. Cries of sorrow were heard from every house in the village, as everyone knew that very few boys would return alive from this brutal war. The soldiers came to the farmer's house as well. They were about to take Jun, seeing his strong build. But when they saw his broken leg and that he couldn't even get out of bed, they declared him unfit and left him behind. The farmer's son, Jun, was the only young man in the entire village who was saved from the horrors of the war. Lying in his bed with his broken leg, he watched. And in that very moment, tears streamed down his face. For the first time, he understood the profound meaning behind his father's simple words. My friends, this story teaches us a deep truth about life. We are constantly trying to fit the events of our lives into two small boxes, good and bad. But we cannot see the grand design of the future. What seems like a blessing or good luck today might be the cause of a great sorrow tomorrow. And what seems like a curse or bad luck today might just be a divine plan to save you from a terrible danger in the future. Trust the flow of life. Learn to accept every event as it comes. Do not get too excited by joy, and do not get too broken by sorrow. Because the truth is, none of us really know what is good luck and what is bad luck. Has there ever been an event in your life that you initially thought was a misfortune, but later turned out to be a blessing in disguise? Share your experience with us in the comments below. To reshape your mindset with more life-changing stories like this, subscribe to our channel, Mindset Canvas, and become a part of our journey. Thank you for watching.